Why do you only talk about Israel? I get asked this all the time. It's literally the most by far common question that I get. And because people see me consistently talking about Israel, they'll throw accusations that I'm a paid shield, that I work for AIPAC, that I'm a part of some conspiracy. But let me be very clear, okay? If you're one of those people who ask me why I only talk about Israel, it's because of you and people like you. I knew the history of Israel. I knew about the conflict, the region, the complexity. I knew about the history of the Arab world, but I didn't know how deeply rooted the hate was until I started talking about this the day after October 7th. I didn't realize that social media, or certain parts and niches of social media, were flooded with lies, anti-Semitism, and historical revisionism again until I made one video right after October 7th. I posted one video explaining why you should support Israel, and it got 1 million views, and a lot of those views and a lot of the comments left were hateful, and that video changed everything for me. The hate that I saw opened my eyes not to Israel, but to the world's reaction to Israel literally one day after October 7th. What I found on the pro-Palestinian side was a movement that was not rooted in peace, but rooted in self-victimization and entitlement and selective outrage, and I have only continued to see that, and it's only gotten worse. I saw a movement that insists that the only issue worth caring about is theirs, and it has to be in line with their narrative, by the way. Even as there are so many other conflicts in the world where people suffer under brutal regimes in the Middle East itself, but even beyond. Okay, the same people who cry for justice in Gaza turned a blind eye to Assad in Syria, to the Taliban in Afghanistan, to the IRGC in Iran, to the suffering of millions of people in the Arab world because it doesn't fit their agenda. I talk about Israel because it's not about land to me, but about the global rise of radical Islamism and Western self-destruction. I am a firm believer, and I will stand by this until the day I die, that radical Islamism is the biggest threat to Western civilization, and it will be the downfall of Western civilization. And that might make some people uncomfortable, but I don't say that out of hatred for religion. I say that because I oppose fundamentalism of any kind being used to control lives, societies, and laws. And right now, Islamist extremism is doing that globally. There is no argument to be had. I am a professing Christian, and yes, many people have told me Christians shouldn't support Israel. One, I believe that's false, both biblically and politically, but I don't support Israel because of my religion. I support Israel in the context of this conflict because I believe 100% it is a morally correct thing to do. Because it's a liberal democracy surrounded by tyrants. Because it defends itself against enemies who openly call for its destruction. It's not perfect, no nation is, but I am sure that it is on the right side of history. I will continue to speak out on this because far too few people do. My generation is falling, and I'm not going to keep silent while I notice ideological wars playing out in real time. I will fight a battle between good and evil until my last breath. That is why I put such a focus and emphasis on advocating for Israel and the Jewish people.